Welcome to Crackback. My name is Andrew, and today we're cracking open Wilds of Eldraine. Let's get cracking. Our first card today is a Wicked Cursed token. Then we have an island for our land. Next we have Vampiric Rites for our enchanting tale. And we have Song of Totentans, which for X and a red is a sorcery that reads create X 1/1 black rat creature tokens with this creature can't block. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. Okay, so getting X rat tokens and then giving every creature haste for X and a red. Pretty nice. This can be a final swing, right? This could be like, hey, I'm going to throw 7 into this and get 6 rats and give everything else that I have as well haste for that extra mana, and then swing in and hopefully win off of that. This, especially if you have any sort of token doublers, this gets even more bonkers because then you're getting like 12 or maybe even 24 rats in that case and still giving everything haste. It becomes a huge, huge threat that has to be answered. But that is its top end, right? Throwing a ton of mana into this. What does it look like if you have X equals 0 or 1? Well, this is then give every creature haste for 0 or create a rat and give every creature haste, which is still pretty awesome. 1 mana to give everything haste is, obviously, depending on the state of your board, a really, really good rate. I am actually really excited to have this. I'm trying to think what I want to put this in. I'm torn between like throwing this into the mono red aggro deck that I have or trying to flesh out the Rakdos Rats deck from this set. Where are you running Song of Totentans right now? What's the deck that you are really happy with it in? Let me know in the comments below. Next we have Tough Cookie, High Fae Negotiator, Galvanic Giant, Minstrosity, Savior of the Sleeping, Living Lectern, Kindle Terrorism, Root Rider Fawn, Cut In, Water Wings, Voracious Vermin, and Snare Master Sprite to round out the pack. Now for today's Pack 1 Pick 1. I think I'm going to go with Tough Cookie for 1 and a green. It's a 2/2 creature. It reads when Tough Cookie enters the battlefield, create a food token. And for 2 and a green, target non-creature artifact you control becomes a 4/4 artifact creature until end of turn. And then it has the typical food sacrifice clause of 2 and tap it, sacrifice Tough Cookie to gain 3 life. So for 2 mana, you get a 2/2 and a food token. And then for 3 mana, you could turn that food token into a 4/4 creature for a turn. I really like this for food. This one, just being a food golem, means that you could sacrifice this for food payoffs. But also, this gives you another payoff for all of your food. It gives you another use for all of the food tokens that you make in a food synergy, right? Being able to turn them into beaters is going to be nice. If you aren't able to draft some of the bigger payoffs for food or some of the bigger Golgari creatures that happen to be in the food synergy, this gives you an alternative way to beat down the board. being able to turn all of your food tokens into creatures that are kind of big for this set, honestly. Like a 4/4 is a legitimate problem for some of the other synergies, right? Like, sure, you can chump block with rats, but you can only chump block 4/4s for so long before they start just overrunning the board. And you can only use your 6/6 to block one of them. Well, if you have 3 or 4 food tokens that you're turning into threats, like that's going to be the problem, is you're going to be able to create a lot more food tokens than the big stompy decks are going to be able to block. You're going to be able to outpace the 1/1s. So I really like this just as an alternative use for food. But that's my pick one. There are a lot of other good cards in this pack, so if you have a different pick one than me, let me know in the comments below. That's all for today. Thank you for cracking along with me. Be sure to check back tomorrow to crack open another pack.